let's get into what the papers are reporting before I introduce you to my guest for us to start the AM, the news review where we tackle matters arising. But let's start with the Daily Graphic newspaper. Banner headline, extend presidential term to 5 years. You remember that prior to today or yesterday, there's been this whole discussion about whether there are attempts to allow the president, that a president could go for 3 terms and whatever. Now the Constitutional Review Committee says they are recommending that we keep to the 2 terms, but each term should be increased to 5 instead of the 4. That's one of the proposals in the recommendation, because another recommendation is that there is strict separation of powers between Parliament and the executive. So if you are an MP, the committee is proposing that you should not be appointed to be a member of the executive. So, for example, if you're an MP and you're appointed to be a Minister of State, you forfeit your seat as the MP. That's one of the proposals in that particular, book. So we'll get into it when we sit down. Xmas mad rush chokes Accra Kumasi for collapse in congestion. AG to prosecute Wuntumi Akbalo for fraud. Those are the stories there. Let's deal with other papers here. Okay, so we're moving on to the Chronicle newspaper, and on the front page, okay. Cost of living is good under Mahama. Professor Smart Sapon survey report. So get details of that on page 2 and 3. Minority vows to resist NDC's third-term agenda. So I'm sure the Constitutional Review Committee probably will whittle down this particular one. AFCON match day preview. Nigeria, Tunisia, and Senegal sets the tone. You have to be watching the AFCON there. Let's do the new finder. Gold surges past $4,400 per ton to hit record high. If you have gold, probably it's the time for you to sell. All right. Government moves to modernize cultural laws to boost creative economy, and predictable monetary policy key to Ghana's economic recovery. And T-bill auction heavily oversubscribed as yields decline. Okay, that's all right. At the back page of the Economy Times, Ghana financial market begin festive lull in activity. So sort of the market is slowing down, but the rigidity is still there. BOG, Dr. Isiama applauded for the landmark NIBF framework there. Let's do Major Online, then we can wrap up and start our discussion. On Major Online, Atlantic Lithium submit revised mining lease to Parliament. I mean, this is something we were discussing here yesterday, and there was a challenge that it had not been laid, but there you have it. It's been laid, or it's been submitted to Parliament. Foreign Minister Blakwa dispatches mission to Latvia over alleged murder of Ghanaian students there. And EC bosses face 1-term rule as CRC pushes firewall against political influence. Supreme Court numbers under the knife as Constitutional Review Committee proposes cap. Okay, all right. These are some of the things that we'll be looking at as we, begin our discussion here. And today I've been joined in studio by Awal Mohammed. He's a member of the MPP's Communication Directorate. Hobson Adoya is the director of field operations for the United Party. Dr. Tutu Buahene is a lecturer, political marketing, University of Education. Okay, we're also expecting to have Nelson Kofi Jabab, MP for Karachi. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Okay, let's get straight into the Constitutional Review and see. But let me as well recommend to you on the 26th of December, Joy FM will be having the Joy FM family party in the park at Ebri Gardens, and I'm sure that you will be there so that we can all have fun together. Look, artists will be there, and the children love it now. It's a big family gathering where in Christmas we meet to reconnect, to sort of wind down the year. So let's meet on the 26th at the Ebri Gardens, where we all join hands together with a family party in the park. So buy your ticket and let's meet there. Well, Dr. Tutubuahini, let me start with you. Let's start from, without a recommendation, I don't know if you've gone through the document, but I'm sure there are some standout for you.
Sure.
What are that for you?
I think that I have 5.
Okay.
The first one, that has to do with retaining the 2-term limits.
Okay.
I think in recent times it has been, So before that, good morning to our viewers. I need to give them that respect and appreciate them. And good morning to us all.
Yeah. Good morning.
Merry Christmas in advance to our viewers and to all of us. So, could you, I think that for some time now, there has been that allegation in Parliament from the minority side, of which some communicators of the ruling government have equally, responded, indicating that there is a need for, the president probably to have a 3rd term, and that if there need be, all forces will be marshaled, in support of that view. So I think that what the Constitutional Review Committee has done settles the dust. And I think it brings finality to the issue.
Okay.
And I am also happy to also state that 5 years is good.
Okay.
I think that President Kufuor, proud to his exit, made certain suggestions, indicating that the 4-year term was not really sufficient. And obviously, practically, you could see that the first 1 year to 2 years, any government that comes, spends some time, even selecting ministers alone takes a lot of time. So if something like this has come, at least what it means is that if you are elected, you have no excuse, for not performing. The presidential age, moving from 40 to 30.
Yeah.
In fact, I've heard a lot of people talking about the fact that there's no direct correlation between age, knowledge, intelligence, and maturity. All right, that's true. But then, obviously, there are isolated cases. In fact, when you look at research around, which has to do with the human mind and all that, you get to know that in a class of, let's say, 100 students, you get less than 5% having high IQ. I hope you understand that. Okay. So when you conduct exams, obviously you see a kind of curve like that, suggesting that very few people can make grade A. Very few. Okay. And sometimes, except in isolated cases, that you meet a particular class, which obviously you get more than 20% intelligence. Right. And so it is also something that we can generalize, talking about the fact that even in Ghana here, all right, when we take that population of about 37 million population, and you even sample the youth, from, let's say, 15 to, is it about 35? That is Ghana's standard, right? Okay. I'll be surprised to get people with different, knowledge, views that will fall within that bracket of that 5 to 10%. All right. Now, so for me, yes, that argument holds, but if in a situation where you don't really get people who have that kind of, intelligence, who have that kind of maturity, to lead the nation at the age of 30, it becomes a problem.
But of course, even if you don't have those, you can't even cross your flag bearer race, not so.
So that is it. Then number 2, what it means is that look at the structure of our education and the processes that students go through. Technically, if you have an excellent student, okay, which in recent times we have seen about 2 or 3 getting to the university between 12 and 14. All right. What it means is that if you are there at age 12, you complete
At age 16.
16. National service, 17.
17.
All right.
You do your master's, 18. Probably a PhD by 21. You're done.
Okay. No, PhD takes 4 years.
4 years.
Oh, but you can get others. You can get others to do it in 3
Maximum
years.
23.
Okay.
Okay. I think that what we have recorded in Ghana is around 27 years.
The youngest.
The youngest. That's what, to the best of my knowledge.
Okay.
All right. Unless
that
maybe there's
Atamils?
something that I've
Who is that, Atamils?
I think, yes, Atamils and one other lady. Okay. Now, what it means is that even after, let's assume you are not even going for a PhD. All right. Okay. So, 16 years, you are going to start your political career. Okay. So, it will take you close to 14 years, to develop any kind of experience that what you need to move into, politics. But the question is, would that person be matured enough, have that kind of experiences to back that kind of IQ that he has or knowledge that he has to lead the country? All right. Okay. I don't know what went into the determination of the 30 years, but that is what they have proposed. Okay. Else, I would have wished that the 40 years stays.
So let me hold you there. I'll come back to you so you look at it. I've seen you written president to pay tax and what have you. Let me go to the taxes as well, and let's look into it. For the 4 to 5 years, how do you see it? You're a politician, you are in it.
Yeah.
You've been in the game for too long.
We even proposed it, United Party.
Okay.
We submitted the whole paper on that matter.
To the committee?
Yes.
Okay.
And some have been taken, and we are grateful to the committee. But me personally, I was thinking that instead of 5 years, it could have been 8 years straight. When the president is elected, 8 years you go. You don't come back again. Because
so there will be election at
yes,
until 8 years.
Between the 4 and the 8 years, look at the monies that we spend to organize elections again. At the end of it, the sitting president wins. So I would term it as a waste of money because we don't have any record for now in the Fourth Republic that a party was voted and then they spent just one term and kicked out. It has never happened.
Okay.
So all the time, they get their 2 terms, 2 terms, 2 terms. So why not that maybe once you win, you go straight, 8 years straight, then you go out. It doesn't mean that the political party cannot contest again. Are you getting it? But the president, the elected president, you spend your 8 years, you go. So that we save the country with that money that we spent. Look at the budget we give to Electoral Commission every election year. It's not easy. So
you are rather proposing 1 term of 8 years?
Yes.
So after 8 years, you can't stand again?
That's right.
Okay.
You can't stand again. That means you are done with it. President Kufuor proposed 7 years.
For a term?
For 2 terms.
So 7 years, 7 years. That's 14 years.
Which was
okay.
rejected. We did not even discuss about it at all. But with this one, just adding a year, I don't see the difference much. But all the same.
But as you politicians say, you use 1 year to form your government.
Oh, I understand that. I understand that.
So when they give you 1 year, means you have...
I understand that. But if we are extending it, you could have been, even 6 years.
Okay.
Maximum.
Okay.
That would be okay. So let's take that. Take 11, election years out. Take your first year of appointing the ministers.
4 solid years.
So you have 4 solid years to work. In that case, no president can complain that the term is too short. Yeah. But all said and done, it's not too late. We can still brainstorm and see if that clause, we can make it 8 years for a president-elect. Then you don't come back again.
Okay.
So that we don't have in between, we don't have election year, we don't have a year of appointing ministers, and all those kind of things. Because when you take the first year, the election year, you take another one. So 8 years, you are, wasting about half of it.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? About half of it. But if you have 8 years straight, it means that the first year and then the last year, that's what is going to, disturb your distance more. So you have 6 solid years. What can you tell the world that I couldn't I couldn't perform? You see? So let us think about it. Doctor talked about the age limit. In fact, I'm very happy. You know, last when Alan was contesting, he promised the youth that he's going to give opportunities to the youth should he be elected. He wanted a youth as a running mate. But the Constitution says you must be 40. So instead of getting someone younger than the decision, we couldn't. Now that it has come to 30 years, I think it's good.
So are you going to change your running mate?
Pardon me?
Are you going to change your running mate?
Oh, that one, I cannot say it here.
Okay.
It's a decision of the party.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Okay.
So if it's 30 years and then we cannot get someone around 30, it will boost the youth to be able to work well. One thing that I also had and then I'm pleased with is the public and civil servants participating in our political activities. The amendment seeks to, let me see if I can read it. It's in 28 or so, page 28 or so. Yes. He's saying that eligibility of serving public officers to contest parliamentary elections. So if you are a public officer being paid by the state, you are not qualified to participate except that you resign. As we speak, people do contest, holding on to their positions and all that. 2024, we can mention a lot of them, public officers, holding to their offices, using state money to campaign, and then most of them also won. This amendment seeks to, ban that. So it said, let me just quote something here. Under Companies Act, an employee of any entity established solely or mostly with public funds to pursue a public purpose shall not participate in active party politics, including holding or seek to hold office in the political party or seek or contest for elections as candidate for party in the national or local election, unless he or she first resigns from his or her public employment. It's a very good step that this committee has taken. So if you are being paid by the state and you want to contest, resign. If you go, you fail, you don't come back.
Does that include ministers?
Pardon me?
Does that include ministers? They are also being paid by the state.
Which people?
Ministers.
Oh, for ministers, that is a political class.
So
are you getting
part of it?
So that one, they are not part of
Okay.
it. But if, let's say you are CEO, CEO is a full-time work. It's not like the ministers. A minister can move right now to his constituency without any question. Are you getting it? Your salary, whatever the allowances that they give to you, you can use it in your constituency. No problem at all. But if you're a CEO, which you are supposed to be a full-time manager of the institution, you don't have that right. When the political party is moving, then you also move, following them, using the fuel that you...
I'm sure a lot of MPs will buy into this one.
Because obviously these days you see CEOs being appointed by government.
Yes.
Right. Is that not politics?
But still, you cannot... president has the power to appoint everybody.
But even if you have
at times, maybe Public Services Commission, whatever they do.
So
they
you're a public servant.
Yes.
As a CEO. All right.
Yes.
Okay. And government now says that I have appointed Awa to become the CEO.
That's right.
But Awa already
It's a political being.
It's a politician.
Yeah.
All right. Is that not a contradiction?
From that point, he ceased to follow MPP to party programs. Are you getting it? Yes, because he cannot follow. If you follow, it means you've flouted the law.
So, okay, anyway, but
you know, the
contradiction is that
the CEOs, in actual fact, should not be politicians.
That's the point.
Like technocrats who have the knowledge in those fields to be appointed. If I come, because I'm a politician, I help you to win, so put me at Forestry Commission. I don't know anything about forestry. Are you getting it? Then you put me there. Because I'm a politician, you put me there.
That's what is actually happening now.
Yes. So, for this particular thing on page 28, I am very, very happy about it. Now, to decouple Parliament from the executive, I'm also very impressed about that. Okay. Are you getting it? Because MPs are ministers. Parliament do not or cannot check them into strict proof. Honorable member, am I lying?
You don't
because we are members of Parliament. We are friends there. So it's difficult for them to, pin the person. Are you getting it? Now, if we decouple it, Parliament as an institution is there to check executive. I can tell you this country will change. Because finance minister is a member of Parliament.
Yeah.
Are you getting it? Roads minister is a member of Parliament. Most of them. So if something happened and Parliament is to investigate, and then, it will not be like an outsider.
In fact, it will take a lot of rule conflicts.
That's right.
When we get there, I want to find out from Honorable whether they will accept this.
Oh, they have to.
They have to.
So if you want to be a minister, don't
go to Parliament.
Don't go and contest at all.
They have to accept. Because look, Honorable will testify the kind of problems he's going through as a minister. Probably, I don't know whether you're a minister, but
he's not yet.
You are not yet. But if he should be put in that position as a minister and as a member of Parliament, and sometimes you are even on committees, look at the trouble you go through. That's why, if you are not fortunate, by your first year, you've already lost grounds with your constituencies.
That's right.
All right. So I think that it will liberate them.
Okay. All right. Let me bring in our here. About 5 years for a single one term. You can only do 2 terms, not more than that.
Okay. I share in that because I remember President Kufuor, his last State of the Nation's address to Parliament in 2009. That was when he espoused that and told Parliament to take keen interest in that so that at least the person will be able to really have time to work. For instance, right now, we elected President Mahama just about a year ago. The first year is for him to really arrange the government, do all the appointments and so on. Then the second year will be where he will start actual work. Third year, then the work will stand after third year. The fourth year will be an election year. And all the decisions that will be taken within that year will be tilted towards how we can win the elections. So effectively, you know that they have only 2 years of governance. So if a third year is added, then you'll be able to know that indeed the person will be able to do a lot of things. For instance, President Kufuor, when he struck oil in commercial quantities in 2007, if he were to be in government, the Atuabo processing plant will be something that will be in his name because he started it, started everything, but unfortunately the government took over and so on. Now, you don't even mention that he even struck oil in commercial quantity, started the Atuabo gas processing plant, but a government came and took over. So yes, 5 years for 5 years for 2 terms is an ideal for this country so that at least we'll be able to do, even though they are proposing that we shouldn't also engage in politics until the last year, which I find it very strange. Because as we sit here, we're still doing politics. rallies are no longer attractive for any politician. Now we believe that when you go closer to the people, even if you sit in the studios like this, social media and so on, it is more effective than going to gather your own people and talk to them. So rallies are no longer attractive. When you check the last elections, yes, we had rallies in every constituency, but we did a lot of youth engagements rather than the rally where you bring a lot of people from all over. We didn't even do a regional rally to bring everybody at a particular place for you to do it and so on. So I believe that the 5-year term, everyone will be, even though my party has not come with a position, but I know that the position of President Kufuor will surface. We all agree with the position of President Kufuor when he said it in 2009 when he was leaving office. Again, on the minister, the CEOs that he's talking about, that the CEOs are not supposed to really contest elections. There is a ruling. I remember in 2017, after the NDC lost the elections, Eduje Tamankulu quickly went to Supreme Court to define who a public servant is. And the CEOs are supposed to be public servants. The ruling didn't come from Supreme Court until around 2018, 2019. Now the ruling is that if someone is appointed as CEO and goes through public service and certified, the president cannot remove him. Yes, there is a Supreme Court ruling like that. So someone tested that at ISIC. The lady President Akufo-Addo appointed as SIC had only 1 year in office with some few months. Then President Mahama appointed James Ejenim Boateng to that place. She said she will not hand over. She's a public servant. She even went to court. But later it was settled out of court because you have won. Because there is a Supreme Court ruling that says that if you are a public servant, if you are a CEO, and you go through public service and you are certified as a public servant, the government of the day cannot remove you. You get it. So it is there, but unfortunately we cannot enforce it because I don't see how, if I am appointed as CEO for Youth Employment Agency by a Baumia government, then an NDC government comes into power, then I still serve as youth employment. It's even strange. I cannot really serve. I can serve.
But you are serving the country, not
I'm serving the country. Yeah. But you see, those of us appointed into the CEO's positions are all politicians. We are all politically exposed people. So it becomes very difficult for the government to be able to work with you. There are some areas like Electricity Company of Ghana, VRE, and places that require technical people. These are areas that I think the person must remain. Whoever appoints a person, the person must remain. But for some, there are some places that you as a politician will even feel uncomfortable continuing working there. So that thing has been settled by a Supreme Court ruling, except that the enforcement is not being really enforced.
But the point is
let me quote something here. We said this proposed amendment, if adopted, will overturn the holdings of the Supreme Court in Kojoga Adra versus Attorney General 2015.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
So
no, this is not the ruling.
Is it?
This is not the ruling. No, that ruling came in 2018.
About public
yeah, what I think this one seeks to cure is not the CEO. You remember the Auditor General, not Auditor General, Controller and Accountant General contested our primaries in Achim Swedru. And you remember some people even trying to go to court to prevent him. But it came out that indeed he's a public servant. And he could contest, and he contested, but he didn't win, he lost.
But this one says that now you can't do it.
So I'm saying that they are talking about such areas, I think, and even civil for civil servants, they are not even.
But again, okay, you said the CEO is a public servant, right?
Yes.
I'm saying if this is adopted, I mean the CEO himself cannot contest for any parliament.
That's true. That's true. He cannot contest if this one is really accepted. You know, but I don't see how.
Accountant General then was not seen in, public participating MPP programs and the rest. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
That one is a bit.
No, he didn't resign.
But
at that time, that
someone
he was going
like Awa appointed to that position. and always you see Awa, Bawumia, then power changes. Then you say Awa should stay there. No, that cannot work.
Yes. So, and again, the strict separation of powers that my colleagues have talked about, I think that is the best way to go. Because you see, Parliament today, you don't have people with passion to serve this country in Parliament today. It is not there. Just last week, I saw a news report by, it reported that Cletus Avoka had said that the reason you don't see a lot of the parliamentarians in Parliament is that they are chasing money, or else they will not be able to sustain their constituencies. So you go to 276 Parliament, they are talking about quorum. A quorum that is supposed to be a little over 100. But you don't even find up to 100 people in Parliament. Just because they are chasing money, they are chasing so that they will be able to win the next elections. Some are even, some are ministers and they don't come. Look at the debate that, the budget debate. People like Sam George, Jinapo, they were at the forefront of almost all the debates in the past. This year, they didn't even come to Parliament at all for the debate.
They're ministers. They need to...
That's why I'm saying that. You don't even have them to listen to quality debate even from them. There are people today, if we are to decouple Parliament from the executive, they will not even run for Parliament again. And you have selfless people who will come and run. Then you have a strict separation of powers. Even though at some point, if you have a majority Parliament like this, where you have one party having the entire majority, at least some of the decisions will skew towards the government. But I think if there is separation of powers, you have real people coming to Parliament. For instance, you as a journalist will go to Parliament just to push an agenda to help maybe your people and your community and so on, not in a view of entering government. But a lot of people, you see them resign as CEOs and go and contest as parliamentarian. And Parliament is not even paying them up to half of what they get as CEO. But because they know that they will be a minister or they will be on lucrative boards, then they will go. Then they will not have time to do that work. And that is the problem. So I think the separation is very good. The elections of MMDCs, I am surprised I saw it inside, even though they are not NDC. But this is something we promised in 2016. We decided to actualize it. We did everything to the extent that it got to the last point. Then Asiye Ketia organized a press conference and said the NDC had pulled out. And that was the reason we are not electing MMDCs today.
Will that, coupled with the separation of executive from legislature, really lessen the monocracy we are seeing? Will that lessen it?
I doubt.
For example, someone goes to Parliament not to be part of the executive.
Yes.
He's going to make laws. The MMDC is being elected. Will we see that reduction in the way money is spent?
I think so.
Yes, in Parliament, yes, but the MMDC is no. The reason is that there are some municipalities, there are some metropolitan assemblies that have huge amounts of money. You understand? So if the person is contesting, he's aware of what he's going to see there. For instance, if you are in Obuasi, if you are in a place like Konongo, if you are in a place like KMA, TMA, AMA here and so on, that is where a lot of people may spend a lot. But in Parliament, if you know that, well, I am going there and my salary is around 20,000.
Yeah.
So I am just going to serve selflessly. The person will go and contest. If he will not spend much because he thinks that, well, where I am going, just like assembly elections. You see the assembly elections, because they know they are not remunerated. Yeah. A lot of people even back out. They don't even contest at all. Those who contest will also move around and tell them what they have been able to do within the community for them to be elected. And they are elected. Even if there are some pockets of places that you see people paying. But at least it's less there. People don't pay much there because they know that, well, if I pay a lot, I go there, I don't gain anything. But if you look at the MMDCs, for instance, these municipalities, Hohoi, Ho, and some few other places that at least there are some lawyers there, it will be difficult for you to take monocracy from there. But the Parliament, yes, you can take it.
Okay. Let me bring in Honorable Kofi Jabab. Let's look at the 5 years. Start from there. People are of the view that what if we have an autocratic president? will have to endure for 5 years. What's your take on that? Whether or not we should increase it to 5 years or we should just maintain it at 4?
Thank you, Kodo, for the opportunity. First of all, to begin, I would like to thank your cherished viewers and also thank the good people of Karachi East, my constituents. Of course, I know they are watching you, and I. And to come to the issue of the 5 years presidential term, I think I support the opinion of the committee that it be 5 years. Like all my co-panelists agreed.
Okay.
Because even you, Koyo, you know that the 4 years is not enough.
4 years, yes. If I become president today, 4 years will not be enough for me.
So once you know that it's not enough, many people have spoken about it, and it's a fact. Imagine President Mahama came in 2024, sworn in January 2025.
Yeah.
If you look at the mess he came to meet in the economy, and the man is taking time to set. Even after the hole, if you want to close that big hole over there, it will take us more than 3 years. We might not be able to cover that hole. The cathedral hole, it may take us more than 5 years. So obviously, those who are proposing the 5-year tenure of office, I agree with them.
Okay.
At least the person will take like 1 year to set up certain areas that are not going well or that are not in tune with your ideology. Mind you, every political party have their own ideology. So whichever ideology you were running with, when that man comes, he may not be comfortable with it. So when he comes, he needs some time to be able to clean that mess before he begins with the work itself. Effectively, the second year, in the third year, there are going to be internal primaries in every political party. Somebody might contest you as a sitting president because the laws allows that. So the president is already thinking about that. The MPs will be contested in the primaries here and there. Then the fourth year is basically another election year where no one has time to do anything. We are busy, the budget is stretched, everything chaos here and there, until that election is over. So obviously, I agree with those who are proposing the 5-year tenure. A senior Adoye had a view that he even thinks it should be 8 years straight.
Yeah.
So I agree with him, but in a way, we may be infringing on democracy somewhere, somehow, because the will of the people may not be expressed. What about you had the autocratic president, and the people would like to exercise their will again, either by renewing that mandate or not giving you the mandate again. Are you seeing this here? So this is where I think that the 8-year mandate, in a way, may be too arbitrarily, if we accept it that way.
But 5 years, okay.
The 5 years.
So what about you, Honorable Jabab? Yes. Now they say, if this is accepted, you can never become a minister unless you resign from Parliament.
The principles, as our spouse, I listened to him, the strict separation of powers concept. In fact, if you belong to one arm of government somewhere, you cannot be a member of another arm of government. So when you see that they say that I belong to the judiciary, I belong to the legislature, I cannot be a member of the executive, and you agree, you go to contest, they vote for you. That is what you have chosen for yourself. That's right. You should be content with it.
So you cannot even become a board member. Yeah. Because if you become a board member, you'll be part of the government. Okay.
You cannot.
And you will accept
the strict principles of separation of powers state that if you are a member of the executive, you are a member of executive.
Okay.
Remain there. If you are a member of a legislature, legislature. If you are a member of judiciary, judiciary. So once you second to this, and the people give you their mandate, because you go and represent us, and you go, and you are representing the people of Ahanta, my brother, you remain there. You serve them. And I think they will see the effectiveness in you.
Yeah.
You are going to serve them very well. As you are you understanding it?
Yeah.
So somebody was, was alluding to a CEO's contesting here and there. The CEO is sitting down in an organization. You suffer together with the president and he's appointed. He doesn't go to the constituency to effectively run the constituency. He's piling the money down.
Yeah.
Do you think the MP will be comfortable in parliament?
You won't be.
The MP will not be comfortable. Obviously, you go chasing for money.
Yeah.
What will help him come back to parliament the next time?
That's right.
Which he cannot even find easily. And you see the MP running here and there, and that man is piling money. If you are not lucky and you meet a powerful CEO of a powerful institution, my brother, how are you going to survive? How will you survive?
You can't survive it.
You can't survive it.
Okay.
MPs are suffered for that.
Oh yes, most MPs have suffered.
Let's say you meet
Most MPs have suffered it.
you meet someone like MPA, lawyer Tamaklo.
Yo.
Say he's coming after your seat.
Good.
Will you say?
Good. Well, in that case, you had better start crying before he comes. You had better, even though I know a good comrade Tamaklo will not do that. Besides, and it's in my constituency, I better start crying before he gets there.
Oh my goodness.
But when we do this, you see that the MPs will be comfortable.
Yeah.
Are you
But
understanding?
if someone needs one minister, he won't come for my seat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this is where you are going to see what we call pure service. People from their heart.
Yeah.
People who want to serve the country. Yeah. They have the country at will. They will exhibit that. And we will see talents. With this one, my brother, insecurity, you are not secured.
The headache alone.
The headache alone will kill you.
So have you started thinking?
Yeah, but
I have not started thinking.
But one thing that I was thinking the MP will highlight, even though he was not given that topic, is the pension scheme
Who
for
come there?
parliamentarians.
Who come there?
I think that is
who come there? But Honorable,
Yes.
let's say you've been appointed as the Minister for Energy today. You are saying that because of that, you have to resign from being the Member of Parliament for Karachi East. You think that is okay?
No, that is not what the rule or the review proposes.
What does it propose?
Not like to be appointed as a minister, you have to resign as a member of parliament.
It's just an example. I'm saying that
If
it means you cannot have the two.
If the proposal is finally adopted, you are an MP, you are an MP. You understand that you are a member of parliament. You are not thinking in the first place of being appointed to that minister of energy.
I'm saying that when you've tasted the two, you are an MP, you are a Minister of Energy, and the constitution, the recommendation says you can only
Resign.
be one.
Yes.
Either resign as MP and be a Minister of Energy, or be MP and not become a minister. You're okay with that?
What I want you to understand is that if we shift from the liberal concept or the liberal aspect of separation of power to the state, you will not be appointed as Minister of Energy in the first place, as an MP. Are you understanding?
Yeah, I understand.
You will not be appointed in the first place. So that temptation will not be there.
So if this is appointed, because under Liman we had strict separation of powers. He appointed up to 10 people from parliament, and they all resigned, and by-elections were done. In this country, yes, it happened.
So I'm saying that you are, if this is passed.
So in that case, the executive erred.
No, he didn't err. He felt that there is someone in parliament who can serve as energy minister. So he appointed him. The person had to resign so that a by-election will be conducted in his constituency so that he can serve his nation in a different capacity. Just like when Do Ajahu was appointed. He was elected as MP for his people. He came to parliament. The president appointed him as Speaker of Parliament. We don't say the president appoints, but we know that the government will nominate him. When he was nominated, he had to abdicate that seat, then becomes Speaker of Parliament. A by-election was conducted in his constituency. So it is really has nothing to do with you not serving your country, but you are serving in a different capacity. But the law is saying that you can't do that.
I think that the bottom line is the separation of powers.
Yes.
Yes.
Right? So that is where, even if you're a member of parliament, and then maybe a president finds you competent
enough
to handle a particular ministry, all right, that engagement between you and the president, then you accept, okay, I'm going to serve as the Minister for Energy based on my competence. So I am resigning my seat. So that becomes an agreement between you and the state.
Yeah. Why you resign, you cause financial loss to the state.
Exactly.
Are you getting
that? Because
when you resign,
there's going to be a
because there will be a by-election.
There will be by-election.
So but why is it a financial loss?
Is it not financial loss?
No.
Financial
Look
loss.
at the amount of money.
Benefit analysis. Looking at
you
the
don't
person.
contest.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying not contesting. No. He set out to be his MP.
Yes.
He is working.
Yes.
Then the president tells him that I think you are the best person. I'm using even Doe Ajaho as an example.
Yes.
At the time Doe Ajaho was appointed as Speaker of Parliament, he went to Parliament. There was no agreement between him and the government that when we come, we'll make you. But at that point in time, they felt that he is the best person within the NDC to hold that position. So he was removed and brought in. Then there was a by-election. I'm saying that you can look at the cost-benefit analysis. The person serving in that capacity, will the nation benefit more than the 38 million you're talking about? Because he is talking about cost. Because when we went to Akwatia, the NDC blew 38 million on that by-election.
Where
alone.
is your proof? Do you have any proof?
Yes. On security, they blew 38 million.
Did you
but you are talking about cost and you are not trying.
No. If you are alleging, then you should tell us how much goes on.
That is the amount of money spent, and it even goes higher depending on what happens.
Okay, let me ask this question. So, if we decide to separate executive entirely from the legislature, what impact would that have on the quality of material in the legislature? Because when people decide that, because I'm only going to be an MP and my intent is to be a minister, let me stay out and leave it for, what will be the impact on the quality?
That's when you will get the quality. Because you see, doctor here sitting here may want to serve as MP. The last time I was talking to him about it, he said, hey, Eddie, you understand? He may want to serve with his knowledge and everything. But unfortunately, he cannot pass through the primaries and even sponsor himself to win the seat. But today, the place is left. You have a seasoned journalist, you have a seasoned maybe educationist or any other person who is going there strictly to serve.
Yeah.
You have quality materials going, because someone who has his aim to really be a minister will have to go with the executive and campaign with him and do everything with him so that he is appointed a minister or spend his money there.
Aside that, we'll be able to fight corruption.
Okay.
You know,
that's true.
Look at this Public Accounts Committee. When they sit and then they invite institutions, a minister is sitting down, and then, you know, you look at your friend minister, even you have certain questions to push, and because of your friend, you could not do that. So I think when they separate it, Ghana will see a wonderful nation, because for the maybe president negotiating with MP to resign, and that one should be no. Let the constitution, once we accept, let it work. If you want to be MP, you are MP. Who told you that? Who told you that? Who told you that? Dr. Tutu, your subject that you handle. Who said if Dr. Tutu travel today, that I'm not coming back, we'll not get someone to teach that subject?
The expertise.
Who get it? Are you getting it? So if we are separating it, I mean, it should be
entirely.
Whoever decides to resign and go for ministerial appointment, we should charge that person for causing financial loss to the state.
Yeah, I understand the issue of causing financial loss, but you see, our talks about cost-benefit analysis. There may be conditions and other stuff that determines when and how you do cost-benefit analysis to make a decision, right? Now, so in this case where, you know, I'm coming from Hobson's direction, that you or myself, knowing that I have probably a potential of becoming a minister, at the same time, my constituency is calling on me, you know, go represent us. And then you know, I get in there, I represent them in parliament. The competing or the candidate may not know me, as at the time he was contesting. He becomes president, looks at my contribution in probably the floor of parliament, and said that, no, look, you can do this thing better than probably the people that I listed, all right? So in that case, you are torn between two, you know, decisions. Representing your constituency or going for a ministerial position and all that.
Doc, I disagree. You see, we should not, play that ostrich role. No. Now, once we decouple, let it stand.
But
you go to Supreme Court as a Supreme Court judge. You still want to be a member of a high court.
No, he's not saying he wants to. His example is that if you
president should not even
appoint from parliament at all.
Not even attempt negotiating.
But is it explicit in the recommendation? It is not.
It is not.
Is it explicit that the president cannot decide anything?
What is the purpose and the intention of decoupling the parliament from the executive? What is the purpose?
Separation of powers as Montesquieu.
That's the bottom line.
Yes.
So it means if you want to become a minister, don't contest as a member of parliament.
That is true.
Now, you know, now Dr. Atufosin comes from No. The constituency.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Yes.
Supposing there is a member of parliament, and then Atufosin is a finance minister, that constituency has benefited for two people that can help them.
Exactly.
That's true.
Now, his MP, he's a minister, one person. Can you carry all the load? No. So me, I go with this decoupling legislature from the executive. We should not attempt or encourage anybody to say that, oh, this MP is good, so let's negotiate for him to resign and come for executive position. Anybody who do that, we should look at it.
That's what I'm saying, that if it's not explicit, and you know when the law is not explicit, some people can exploit it.
Still,
that's what I'm asking. If the recommendation does not bar that from happening, then of course the future president
should not even happen. We should not encourage it. Honorable member of parliament.
The cost-benefit analysis will talk about.
Forget about the
For instance, Atufosin is in parliament. Atufosin is someone that you think will be able to turn around the fortunes of the economy. And you think that at that point in time, he shouldn't resign to join government. The best is for him to resign and join government so that he can turn around the fortunes of the entire country. That's why I talked about.
If we accept this, Atufosin will not contest.
You analyze cost-benefit analysis.
If we accept this,
what the man I have cost-benefit analysis. What is it on the grounds that
Okay. Hold on. It's like we're having two discussions. Honorable Jabab was making a point. Let him finish, and then I'll continue.
He explained the cost-benefit analysis, and based on cost-benefit analysis, what he's saying. Take for example the finance minister Atufosin.
Yes,
is a member of parliament for Ejumako Enya. One person. He is minister as well.
Yes,
they say have one person. But what he's saying is that, assuming he is a minister from that constituency, and there is another person being a member of parliament, they benefited twice.
Yes.
That's true. Instead of once.
That point is well made.
Going by your cost-benefit analysis thing, I think that one is not beneficial.
What Awal is saying, his analysis is
benefit twice.
The constituency.
Hold on. It's still there because Awal says that if Atufosin is the one the president thinks can turn around the fortunes of this economy, he says, okay, because of that, it is better for you to serve in this government and help turn around the fortunes of the entire economy than just be in parliament. When you do that, he resigns. There will still be another person. To come and
twice. So it's still well done to the same thing we are talking about.
Yes. But what Honorable Hobson is saying that
it is financial law.
It's a financial law. Look, so if we accept this proposal,
why don't you?
If we accept this proposal, I don't think Atufosin will contest 2028. if we accept this proposal.
Someone who is trying to contest as president.
Listen.
He is one of the people
I am saying that if this proposal is accepted, there are some people who will not go to a parliament again.
But Hobson, this is my problem. Okay, I have always stood on the ground that there should be that separation even before the
proposal.
Yes. Okay. I think I've been on Adom, I've said it. I've been here, I've said it. I've gone to TV3, I've said it. Now, this is the point. That at what time, the key question we need to ask, at what time would the president identify that Hobson Adoye is competent
and can be part
of this my cabinet or the ministerial position, right? As against being in parliament. Probably I am not known, all right? And so I move my way through the constituency to become an MP on the floor of parliament, or probably during meetings and all that. That is where my name will hit the president and see my competence, my knowledge and experiences in certain field. So at that point, that is where probably the president will say that, Hobson, can you move from your seat, your constituency, and become...
Yeah. Let me give two examples to help this point. Emmanuel Amakofibua returned from, I think, the States to come and contest Chairman Blay for the LMLS seat. Yes. He was unknown. Nobody knew him. Yeah. Even in Takrani, he was unknown. Yeah. But when he became the member of parliament, with what he did in LMLS, then people were like, this guy can do something. Yeah. Then when the NDC won power, they gave him Deputy Minister of Energy. He excelled. Yeah. Then he came back to, he was in parliament, he was in opposition. He excelled in whatever he did. Then he was a majority leader, I think. Before he was deputy. Yes, but he became majority leader when Ato went. Yes. Yeah. Then he was taken there. Yeah. Ato also came from the state again, same way. Yeah. Not known. He won the Inyam. Then he did wonders. He showed that when it comes to finance and economics, he's good. That's how the eyes got to him, and he was appointed Deputy Minister of Finance. So that's where Dr. Tutubu's question works. When do you decide that this person, Jamal, could be a member of the executive?
You have a classmate.
I have a classmate.
You have a classmate.
Are you by supposing you travel to America as a platform? This serves as platform for the executive to realize some potentials and call them into the executive capacity.
Exactly. But you know, Atamos did something. The likes of Okuidotoa, Blackwell and Co. Were drafted from a platform. Is it the accountable
CJ? No, not CJ.
That's the Committee for Joint Action. Yes.
They were having a series of press conferences.
So he
were taking from this MP.
He and other young people were on this. And then somebody, I think Atamo saw them and said,
these are the record straight.
These are...
Okujeto was identified as CJA when they were arrested.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, no, that's fine.
It was later.
But that's fine. But
then the record straight was one of the...
But it says that there was a platform that got someone's eye to get to them.
Yes.
So Dr. Tutubu's point is that could Parliament then become that if someone goes there and because of his contribution becomes, draws attention to himself to say this person or this person can rather
serve in executive. Let's discourage it. How many members do we have? Parliamentarians? 277.
No, 276.
276.
And even the recommendation is that cap it there.
Yes. Don't 276. Now,
don't increase it.
The population of Ghana is over 30 million.
Yes.
Now, over 30 million. Let's take it that we'll have. Yes. Let's take that we'll have some 1 million people who may be seeking for offices and the rest. Are you getting it? Are you telling me, as we are running party, people who come, those who support, those who don't want to show face, and that we don't know them? Before president will win an elections, he has already made that decision. But because the arrangement is that take majority from parliament, that's what we are seeing this. Okay. Once we say that, let's decouple parliament from executive, I can tell you, before we get to the elections, president will have the whole set of things. So we should not entertain. Once we are doing it, we should not dilute it to become another term that, maybe before you realize, about 20 people, 30 people has resigned from parliament. And all these 30 by-election, just do the costing.
Hobson, the president has the power to elect about 7,000 to 8,000 people into various offices.
That's right.
Yes.
Appointees.
Yes.
How many people does the president himself know and know of their competencies and their capabilities?
You can introduce someone. You think someone.
So that is where there's a problem.
The
that is where there's a problem. Because you see, if you don't trace people and their talents and capabilities, and you rely on recommendations, if you are not careful, you make a mistake.
Yeah. Someone recommended
and governance,
ECG boss, the former ECG boss, Budu. Budu was in US. He worked with Electricity of New York. Are you getting it? Then he was recommended.
That one is.
He was not here. Are you getting it?
That one is.
But he was recommended, and when he came to ECG,
yes,
at least
there
was. I mean,
yes, that
one was probably an exceptional case.
Yes, even in that one of it, the guy was already in the sector,
doctor,
and he was also performing in an economy which is even stronger than ours. All right, with varying exposure and expertise. Coming to Ghana and understanding the operations in Ghana, he can easily fit. Then you don't know somebody. So you just pick on him because someone has recommended him. Probably there has been some conversations background. Oh, get me to the president, and when I become so and so, I'll do. So it's a hood I sit in. So for me, I even like it when the committee still said that the ministerial positions and all that should be below 60. Right?
Yes. So they say.
7.
So he says that. It says that this means.
That is problematic.
It says the total number of ministers of states, including deputy ministers and regional ministers, shall not, as I command, exceed 57.
Exactly.
That's problematic. So, when you read further, you understand that they said when Parliament deems it fit. When President deems it fit, he can go to Parliament, and Parliament will really waiver for him to appoint more. So that's also problematic.
So let's
let's assume that
the committee further recommends that a president who desires to appoint a person as a minister of state in excess of the status ceiling shall furnish Parliament in writing with the specific reasons justifying the additional appointment and obtain the prior approval of Parliament for the appointment. Parliament's approval shall be by a simple majority of all members of Parliament.
So that is where the problem is.
But remember, we are saying the earlier one to this is that Parliament and legislature are exclusive.
I get it, but I'm saying that when
we are saying that will be very effective.
No, when you have a majoritarian parliament like this, what we have today, he can appoint 200 ministers because he will only send it. Look at the decisions that they took on certificate of agency.
I'm saying that. But he says that all your ministers.
Yeah, the
region plus what?
It is political party.
I'm coming on. Should be 57. But it then gives a window that if you want to appoint more than the number, write to Parliament. Remember, we're saying that Jabab is different from you because Jabab is only in Parliament. You are in government.
Jabab will be the same as me because Jabab will go to Parliament as an NDC person, as a politician. So if the president has a parliament like this, and they're saying simple majority, if they had even said that two-thirds majority, that is when, because in rare situations that you see any parliament having more than two-thirds majority. But when they say simple majority, it means even the 137 parliament that we had the last elections, we could still push and get a minister. So that's the problem. I'm saying that leave it as it is at 57.
Yes.
Then no extension.
Let's look at it from this angle. Let's assume that even the president is going to go beyond the 57. Based on the ceiling, would the president add additional 50?
No. You cannot even go more up to 5.
That is where
maybe 1 or 2.
Exactly. So that's the most important thing is that's where, please let me land. That's where my point is. The 57, let's say maximum 70, right?
No.
I'm coming. Okay. I'm just making a hypothetical scenario. Maximum 70, all right, that the president wants to work with. What it means is that the president will have a network of expertise around 70 people. That one, I can guarantee
That's true.
that.
That's true.
The president may know people, at least 70 people who have various expertise to serve in his government. So that doesn't become a problem. So that's where your argument, I will agree with you. All right. But in a situation where somebody finds himself, let's assume that, look, Minister for Communications, the president has already elected. The person is not a parliamentarian. But the president has a problem with it. And then gets to parliament and sees that, look, while seated there is somebody who can communicate, has all the degrees, has all the experiences and all that, and can manage it. Okay? If the president wants to sack the current one, he can sack him and then bring Awa. Yeah. All right. So there are two sides of it. But the most important thing is that whoever is elected as president will know what is good for him or her. Because finally, leadership is supposed to identify talents, identify resources, turn those resources into capabilities and competencies. That is the bottom line. Yeah. Else, you fail as a president. And for me, this recommendation comes at a very good time that I think that Ghana should debate very well and give its full backing to this.
I doubt if there is any president who will go beyond 60 because Dr. Bawumia in his campaign said he will do 50 ministers.
That one, it was a rhetoric.
No, you see, what is the rhetoric?
Because
we have already. What is the rhetoric? What is the rhetoric? What is the rhetoric? What is the rhetoric?
But why do you think that he can do it?
He cannot do it.
Why can't he do it?
I'm coming. This is a vice president who was running as the presidential candidate. You led your team.
From
we instituted
16 people running it.
Because the opposition made noise about e-levy. He said, okay, when I win as president, I'm going to reverse e-levy.
So you heard
then this same president
FM his views on e-levy before it was even introduced.
It's not.
But that is public.
This same president,
the piece of
the opposition said that I'm going to have a charging electronic transaction.
Now, why should we go and then start cake for?
Bawumia right to say you also get system ministers. How possible? Was it just copy President Mahama?
No. But hold on, Jawab. I want to understand your point that a president cannot do 50 ministers if he feels that's what he needs. Is that what you're saying?
Alan said you do 40, and then.
So Alan could do it.
Listen.
Alan could do it.
Let me tell you something.
Can Alan do it?
Listen.
Competent Alan can do that.
But what shows that Alan can do it? He named the ministry. And the number of people that he's going to appoint at every ministry. Okay. There are some places, no deputy ministers. So he had it conk before even the elections. In the GTP, get it and then you get to know.
So let me show you what
I'm coming.
Regional ministers are 16, right? Regional ministers 16.
Yes. And then the other days 24. And then other days 24.
Yes, that's true. That was going to be problematic.
How problematic?
It will not. He just aligned the ministries. Why? The ministries were more than what you came to meet. But Mahama was able to, the president was able to realign and then got the 60 that he promised. As we speak, they are 58. Are you getting it? Mm-hmm. So, for these people, when they speak, don't listen. Okay. It's just a lip service. It's just a lip service.
So, let me show you. When you check our manifesto committee, in the manifesto committee, we merged everything and gave indication that these are the ministries.
Hey, quote it.
Oh, I'll quote it. I have your manifesto. I've gone through. We have. I'm saying that the manifesto committees that we had to write the manifesto, we did security, energy, agric, and we had 17 ministries. That is what the Bawumia did.
You have it.
I have it. I'll quote it for you.
I'm saying I have a printed of it. I can go to my car and bring it. I am saying that.
I said manifesto committee that wrote the manifesto. You're saying that it's not in the manifesto.
We are talking about this. You are.
I'm telling you that. I am part of the Dr. Bawumia team, and I'm telling you that when you check the manifesto committee that came out, those who are working on energy, agric, security and others, there were 17 ministries.
And that was how he was able to, he will be able to work with them.
You see,
17 ministries with deputy minister, the 16 ministers.
And this is what was over 300 people. Over 300
what is over 300 people?
On their manifesto,
Where?
over 300 people. And you are telling me that
Where?
we should believe you that you do with 50
It is
ministers.
this government
It's
that is
not true.
That is fine.
It's
That's
not
okay.
true.
Let's do Dr. Why?
Yes.
You see, the missing link is that I believe that governance is about priorities.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so you are choosing ministers not to decorate offices, but to achieve an intended purpose. So you have a priority, all right? And say that maybe for my first 2 years, I am dealing critically with these priorities. So based on priorities, you can select your ministers. So if you have 17, 20 priority areas, focus on it. For me, I find it a bit difficult understanding why, government over the years will not set priorities in terms of our economic development. And so you end up generalizing issues and bringing in so many ministers, some of whom may not even function in the first place. Some roles may be duplicated. Some roles may not be necessary immediately. All right? So for me, look, for us to move as a country, look, as if you are coming, set your priority areas. I understand Alan's perspective, 40, because he has certain areas, critical areas he wants to tackle. If Bawumia feels that he can do 50, probably it is because of certain priority areas. But I'm not thinking for these two.
It was just a
I am not
campaign promise.
I am not thinking for these two.
I beg you, let me show you the ministries. Let me give you the breakdown of Bawumia.
Let me finish.
From where?
So
From where?
if JDM, I think he's doing less than
Let me
60,
see the
right?
source first.
Yeah, JDM is doing less. JDM is doing
JDM is doing less than
It's 60. It's 60, but now it's 50.
Are you doing less
because of
than
the
60?
You understand?
Yes.
And probably in recent times.
So if he
this is
lose
the
the
first.
two,
Yeah,
This is
because
the first.
of defense and then
Yes, this is the first we have seen in recent times. Okay, so based on that path that has been charted, if others also believe that, look, we can improve on what JDM has done, why not?
I'm saying
For me-
that for you to believe Bawumia, then you believe him. You don't
believe
own
him.
okay.
So
Okay, let him come in then.
This is the breakdown of the 50 that Dr. Bawumia talked about. I am
They should
part
tell you
of
the
so I'm
source
coming.
first. The source first.
let him.
No, ask him the source.
We have 20 ministries, economy, trade and industry, youth and sports, gender, chieftaincy and religious affairs, agric and fisheries, energy and petroleum, communications and digitalization, science and technology and environment, lands and natural resources, legal and governance, housing and infrastructure, transport, security, foreign affairs, tourism and creative arts, health, education, employment, and local government. And we have 16 regional ministers, making it 36. Then we have 14 deputy ministers.
Did I hear
50?
Did I hear you mention legal and something?
Yes. Legal and governance.
That is what. So that
Attorney
your
General,
committee,
Attorney General,
the committee.
You understand? So this is the breakdown of the 50. That is the areas that he says that these are the ministries he will create. Then with 14 deputy ministers in the 20, that make it 34.
You see,
You understand?
the irony,
legal and
the
governance.
irony of
In the Constitution, is stated clearly. Clearly.
But I said Attorney General,
No,
the Minister for Justice. What is that?
You said legal and
what is that?
He said,
oh, please, you cannot change the
I think earlier.
I am telling you,
earlier-
these people lip service.
Earlier he mentioned that.
I am saying,
He's
where
telling
I have
something
problem-
from somebody.
Hold on.
The 20.
Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on, gentlemen.
This is a man.
Problem with Dr.
Yeah, I have problem with it. I
He
always have
should
problem with it.
tell
I
us
agree.
the areas that
This is a man who was part of a government where they appointed 120 ministers and more. And he had no problem with it. He was comfortable with that.
So did we
The
end
same
with
man comes to
124
tell you that
ministers?
when he gets the nod,
ended with
he's going to
12
give you 50
But
ministers.
honorable,
but-
this is not
Bawumia
fair.
is a man you see never
Hold on.
They ended
Hold on.
You have the
Doc, let me ask a question. I'm coming.
You have the constitution. I'm coming, Kwadu.
Yeah.
You have the constitution.
Tell
And the
us his
constitution
role.
will tell you that, you see, the role of the vice president is limited. Very, very
It's
much
limited how?
He doesn't have anything
what can he?
Okay, gentlemen.
The best he can do is to resign.
Yes.
Gentlemen, gentlemen, hold on. Gentlemen, hold on.
You provide alternative ideas to the president.
You and I were not there.
Oh, Doc.
You and I were not there. The same man.
Okay, listen. How many ministers did Professor Atamos appoint? Late Professor Atamos?
78 or so. I just don't, but it's around 78. No, Mahama ended with 78.
So,
16 years.
but today, the same President Mahama is doing less than 60.
Yes.
Let's say 60, right? So, Honorable Jawab, do you believe that someone can be vice, but when he becomes president, he can do what he wants to do? Your argument is that
based on your record.
So, but
based on your record.
Based on Baumia's records, is what I'm saying.
But Mahama was vice president.
When you say lies, you see that.
President Mahama was vice president. They appointed more than
He did not promise. I am going to take this number of ministers. He did not promise.
This is the man.
Mahama did not promise in the first.
But in the first one, did Baumia promise?
What?
In the first.
Baumia, was he no. Was he a candidate?
No, we are comparing
I am telling you that.
He was not a candidate.
Let me give you a clear example. When Alan had this, he met Abosio Kan people, and he said he's going to make a free port. That free port, he said, they didn't understand. It's not that when you come, you will not pay anything. No. Huh? But the inland countries,
What's the correlation?
Oh, please. You know, they divert their containers to Togo and other things. And they say, look, I'm going to make it free for you. When you come, it's free. You are not going to pay duty, but you pay some kind of taxes that government will get. Those that you are sending to Togo, we can get that money. Are you getting it? But we may had it, hey, I'm also going to do free port.
Did we promise free port?
Didn't you? Didn't you hear Baumia saying it? February. Didn't you hear?
He says,
and you are here saying you work with Baumia. What are you talking about?
When?
I remember he says he would make.
He said you promised free port.
Exactly. Align it with
Togo port. I think
exactly.
He said what Togo is doing is going to do the same. What is the meaning of Togo?
But they are not doing
what
Togo
doing?
It's not free port.
Huh?
Togo is not free port.
It's what?
They pay. You think that when you bring in something,
when we say
Togo a free port.
When we say free port, you don't understand.
You don't pay anything.
You don't understand.
We never said we
between duty and
Baumia never said he would do free port.
There is difference between duty and other
charges.
Are you getting it? So you should keep quiet. Whatever Baumia will say, if you believe in your own peril. That's what I want to say.
You ask why I was not trusting Baumia.
No, I don't ask why you're not trusting.
I can't
answer that question.
Why will he ask you that?
I was asking you.
You didn't ask me that question. So why does he want me to explain? When Baumia told you, maybe his hometown chief, his paramount chief.
No. Hold on.
He had finished Pauligu factory. I mean,
no. I'm not sure he ever told.
Going and realize that there was not even in the place.
Give me your signature program.
He said
signature. Listen. He said mention some of the signature programs that you have completed.
No, he didn't say complete.
Oh, I have the video. Joy News may get it.
You have him.
You can play it for people to listen.
Okay, no
People can listen, and evidence.
My president team will get
This same man, President Mahama said he was going to appoint
the biggest project.
I will make it fit.
It's for Luguda. That 2024. He said we are now going to do it. And people say, hey,
able to do it. Baumia will never.
You know, Public Accounts Committee, Auditor General report.
Thank you very much. Let's move on. That when we were discussing about the appointment from Parliament to the Executive, the committee actually answered it all. The committee says it recommends that anyone who resigns from Parliament cannot be appointed into the government.
That's right.
Until after the tenure of that particular government.
Yes, that's true.
So it means that it couldn't even be.
That's right.
That's it.
I read that.
Okay. So that question has been answered.
It has been answered.
Yeah, it's been answered by the committee.
So,
your position has been affirmed.
Oh yes.
Yeah. But Ramajabab, they speak about campaign period. That let's say the last year, the entire year will not be campaign year. There will just be a specific time for campaigning.
Yeah.
And the fact that election will be held in the first week of November. No, maybe I have to pose this question to Hobson Adoye.
Yeah.
Because then, wouldn't that inure to the disadvantage of opposition parties like the UP?
I don't think so.
Okay. You can campaign, or you would only campaign within that small.
It's not about campaigning,
window.
but
Okay.
you can build your structures. Are you getting it?
Exactly. That's
You
what I
can
wanted
build
to
your
say.
structures.
Okay.
Campaign
So
takes meaningful.
going to do your polling station organization and other things,
Organization.
that one is not bad.
Okay.
Are you getting it? But where we'll be gathering somewhere, we are having a regional rally, we are doing this, we have our horns in our pickups. I mean, those ones, I support this proposal. You see, it distracts government business as well. Are you getting it? Because once they are moving to a particular place, all members of parliament, I mean, majority of them will follow. Then you go to parliament and you see few people sitting there. Are you getting it? So I am supporting this very proposal that, yes, there should be a period so that at least the party in government should have an ample time to work. You should have the peace to work. Instead of maybe, hey, these people, UP people are here. Let me also prepare and go there. You know, if there is a specific period that, okay, we enter 2028, maybe campaign will start from, let's say, March or April. Are you getting it? We all prepare towards that. But before then, it doesn't mean that I cannot go to Winneba and then go and then mobilize my polling station people, I mean, have a word with them that you should be doing your house to house and other things. Are you getting it?
Okay.
Because the polling station executive, that's your work.
Okay.
The households around you, you should be able to enter and talk to people on the quiet. That one, you are not going to rent tent and then get spinning to be making noise in the town. So this one will help in a way. Look, I have witnessed elections in Germany and then Belgium. You will not even know that that particular day they are voting is an election day. You will not even know. Are you getting it? You will be there, then they bring you a letter that you are voting the next 3 days, the next 5 days or whatever. So get ready. You will be there. Then they will bring a letter that you are an agent for a candidate. That candidate you may not even know. Are you getting it? In the whole city, you get maybe 2 or 3 places. They have a board not bigger than this black space. That's where you post your flyers. You don't have the chance to post more than 2. Are you getting it? You can't post more than 2. So the elections, I mean, very quiet. You will not see people arguing. Immediately after voting, your work as an agent is finished. You leave. The counting you will not witness. The officers there, they are going to count and declare. There is a firm law that if you misrepresent a figure, you are in trouble.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Thank you.
So they do it and then go. So I am of the view that
The campaign
this
period is
proposal
better.
will help so that at least those kind of tension and those, I mean, it will come down.
Okay. All right. Awal.
Campaign is changing in this country, as I said earlier. Even the last elections, everything points to the fact that social media alone contributed hugely for the success of the NDC. And I think campaigns are now taking different forms and shapes. You don't have people gathering. You don't have even people doing huge billboards. Initially, you see huge billboards everywhere. Now, the orientation is changing. Everyone has smartphone and so on. So I don't know the kind of campaign they are talking about. If it is really having cars with horns in them and so on, it doesn't even happen within the period that a government is governing. Because even today, all the stickers on our cars had been removed. We're waiting until the last year of the elections where we'll put the stickers, we'll do all these things and so on. So I don't know if they will define the campaign that they are talking about. But as we sit here, what we are doing here is a form of campaign. Because I sat here and mentioned
what Dr. Bawumia will do in terms of governance, in terms of the number of ministers that he will be able to really work with. He mentioned his government and so on. Someone is making an informed decision on all these things and so on. So I don't know if it is really about the vigorous campaign where you have horns, people moving around, making noise and so on, because the rallies had been taken away. Now there's no regional rally again. We at least did that in the last elections. We did constituency-based youth engagements. That was what we did. We go to the chief's palace, we go to the organized groups, then we go and do a community engagement and so on. I think that the next elections will even be down. You will find places where you will not even have people putting posters and so on because the people are known. For instance, Dr. Bawumia today do not need any poster again. That's the reason, even the internal elections, you see all the 5 have billboards and posters, but he doesn't have a single billboard or poster because he doesn't need it again. He's known by everyone in this country. He's the most popular person in this country today. Popular political figure, apart from President Mahama, and this is a fact. Because even yes, because
in MPP,
yeah, not in MPP, in this country, because even your son, if you show him the picture of Asiedun Ketia or and Dr. Bawumia, he will point to Dr. Bawumia and mention his name, but he may not know even Asiedun Ketia. You understand? So he's the most popular person in this country that going into the 2028 elections, we don't need posters, we don't need T-shirts and everything to really market him. Because the posters and the T-shirts are there to market the person for people to know the faces. But now his face is already known. That's the reason I'm saying that the campaign has started in earnest and we will start active campaign after 31st. The active campaign may not be the noise you hear, but at least meeting groups, coming to the media, doing social media and so on. So they may not be able to do that. If you say you are even preventing us from doing that, you may even cause chaos. Because people will still gather somewhere and tell you that they are doing reorganization. As he said, he is going to Winneba to do reorganization. If you meet us there and we're doing reorganization, you think we are campaigning, that is problematic. They should just take that one out.
Okay, all right.
No, I think
Let me bring in Dr. Tutuboy because he's a political marketing person. What do you make of this proposal?
So for me, I think that the traditional way of campaigning and the times that we campaign and all that, I feel that yes, there should be some form of regulation, and if this recommendation will bring that kind of regulation, that's fine. You know, I think that Awa is talking about the changing dynamics in political communication and the time periods with which, you know, political communications are affected and become effective and all that. Yes, obviously, with the advent of technology, right, we are seeing new models of, you know, communications. And there's a departure, at least from 2024, there has been a departure from mass campaigning, which we used to call rallies. Okay, which tends to be too expensive, brings a lot of noise, confusion, conflicts, and all that. I think that the departure towards, you know, technology in terms of electronic campaigning is more targeting, and it is more interactive. In my PhD thesis, one of the variables that actually came up strong had to do with, you know, interactivity. And interactivity, you know, looking at what Kufuor did, the one door-to-door campaigning.
At Amiros?
No, Kufuor started. Kufuor started.
Yes.
Unfortunately, Nana Akufo-Addo abandoned it. And then Atamelos picked it. And I think he was the one who labeled it door-to-door. All right. It yielded results. Certain parliamentarians like Kojo Oponkroma, when you listen to him, he effectively did it. All right. And it worked for him. This young lady, I think Dr. She was the youngest in parliament, a KNUST student.
Oh, the Angel Cream.
Yeah,
and John Dumelo also did.
Yes. That kind of interactivity. Yes.
Kwabri East.
Kwabri East. That kind of interactivity in politics is very, very effective. But that one, you cannot really put a time limit on it. Okay, you can't put time limit on electronic campaigning. You can't put time limit on, because else then there wouldn't be that kind of effectiveness, right? So for me, I think that the politicians, you don't need this recommendation to probably come for you to do what you have to do, all right? It is a strategy. And if your strategy team is that good and understands the departure and understand cost effectiveness, understand the strategy behind political communication, obviously, this one would help you better than, whatever it is. But come to think of it, I think that, look, over the years, certain crashes that have come as a result of rallies and all that, and when you look at the costs involved in political campaigning, for instance, if you are doing campaign for 2 years, look at the amount of money you spend. And I hear in Ghana, even for you to become an MP, we need not less than $3 million.
3 million?
$3 million.
MP?
MP.
Yeah, that's true.
$3 million.
Yes. Over time, you're spending it over time.
Yes, over time.
No, we use it to establish businesses. They should take the advantage.
You understand? So if that information is true, then it means that it is very expensive.
Yeah, it depends on the dynamics of the constituencies.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I believe that those who did that research, considered all these factors.
It's overly exaggerated, but there are constituencies that you can. Yes, there are constituencies that you can spend even higher. There are some that you can spend less than even.
Let's say the average was the 3 million.
No,
or
3 million cannot be average.
Okay.
No, the 3 million, I get to understand within Ashanti region, maybe voter region.
Thank you very
Once
much.
you win the primary,
thank you very much.
Parliament.
And so you don't need 3 million.
We have to go, but I want to this one is Honorable Jabab's. I will take his point for just a minute. Honorable Jabab, the committee recommends an amendment to Article 1141 to provide that in lieu of the current system whereby gratuity is paid to members of Parliament at the end of each term of Parliament, the proposed Independent Public Emolument Commission shall develop and determine as part of its general mandate an appropriate scheme of pensions or retiring benefit or superannuation for members of Parliament. What do you make of it? Just a minute.
That is perfect. You know why? You look at, I don't know whether this is an appropriate place to say, but I want to say it. People who have served as MPs and have left Parliament within a short time, my brother, their lives have become so challenging. Meanwhile, these are people who have served their constituencies, they have served Ghana. It therefore tells you that the current, emolument plan is not anything to write home about.
Okay.
It's not the best.
Okay. So you support this?
I support it.
All right.
Every
Thank you very much.
parliamentarian will support, even if you have anyone that you know has been in
Some will
Parliament.
not support.
You see, the challenge is that, as young as I am, one of the reasons I decided not to even go to Parliament, and I don't even go to Parliament within this period, is that after you have served in Parliament, even say 8 years or 12 years, you cannot work in any corporate environment again.
No.
You get it. So life becomes very challenging if you are able.
And your constituent will always come to your doorstep to demand.
They will come to you. There were people
Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you. We have to move on. We have to move on. I gave this one to Honorable Jabab. He's in Parliament. I'm grateful. No, thank you.
You've not been fair.
Thank you. This one won't be fair.
30 seconds.
As for this one, I won't be fair.
30 seconds.
As for this one, I won't be fair.
You spend the 30 seconds already.
Exactly. I mean, Wontumi, I'll just give each and every one of you 1 minute to talk about Wontumi and the Attorney General's, the presser he did yesterday, revealing all of those things about Wontumi and his Wontumi farms and what they did. Honorable Jabab, let me start from you. Just a minute, and then we can wrap up.
You want me to talk about Wontumi?
Yes, in
The case, the entire case.
The Wontumi, the entire Wontumi as a person, this year he has suffered a whole lot of issues in the hands of the law. And Well, the law is the law. you breach the law, you find yourself at the wrong side of it. You might not like it. Number one, why this case is that, even though I've not yet read into details of the press release, granted, but I want to say that if the points that are raised in his charges are things that are found out to be real, then the pressure was, the release he granted was unnecessary. Because if you are actually found culpable, if it is proven that really this is what happened, then your press comments were not necessary and could even add up to charges against you when you stand trial in the face of the law.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes.
So Dr. Ayeni is becoming the only partisan Attorney General Ghana has ever seen. In the first place, when he came, the first thing he did in February was to discontinue cases that borders on cost to the people of this country, over $7 billion. Check the case of Cocoa Board, 271 million. He discontinued the case. Collins Dowda, 200 million. He discontinued all the NDC cases. Now started cases. And you see, it's not even about starting the cases, but addressing press conferences to accuse people of doing wrong, accuse people of wrongdoing.
He's telling Ghanaians what they're doing about the case.
Chamawun to me was arrested in March. Chamawun to me is yet to start. The case is yet to start in court. They are still at case management. In March, the second one, Edubuahin, that is the only active case today. Now, according to our Attorney General yesterday, someone is saying that he will pay 22 out of the 38 million. He said he is not accepting that. But in the case of Kwabena Dufo, he said Kwabena Dufo should pay 60% and take the rest of the 40% because he's an NDC man. And came to in a press conference to justify why he is taking 60% from Kwabena Dufo, but will not take 60% from someone who is also doing the same plea bargaining. So if I tell you that this is someone who is doing the interest of his party and trying to bastardize the opposition, because if you're Adubuahin is in court for only $7 million, you have discontinued $200 million in Sagleme case, discontinued $271 million in Cocoa Board, but now you are trying Adubuahin for $7 million. So you could tell that these are this is an Attorney General who is set out to only persecute party former appointees, and not really working for the interests of this country.
Thank you. I'm grateful. Hobson Adoya.
I listened to Attorney General a bit, and then I don't see anything wrong briefing the nation. Are you getting it? Because when it started, it was oral, and everybody took interest in that project. So case to case, he has to brief. He was not there accusing that he's guilty or whatever, but it's briefing the people. So that when they start the case, at least we are aware that this is the issue. When they are trying someone, you don't know the case, there you speculate.
No, but all the Attorney Generals go to court. The journalists will report from the charge sheet. In this country, from 1992,
that is your strategy.
Not my strategy.
And
even
strategy.
Almost all the Attorney Generals in this country.
Okay, allow him. I'll give him the time.
If you don't want to be mentioned, don't go and then do any corruption. Don't go and do things that will call for. Are you getting it?
Okay.
This 24 million thing that you were saying, look, if what Attorney General was saying was true, then it's a serious matter.
Okay.
You go for an invoice that, I'm coming to purchase this machine. They've given you the invoice, 24 million. Now, when you purchase, you need to send the receipt to the bank.
Not 24 million. 4 million. The invoice is 4 million, not 24 million. Then
But
you didn't
the
read
issue on the this thing is 24
24
million.
million.
The Exim Bank thing.
Yes.
Take your time.
On the invoice, it is 4
please.
million. He said
He took
wanted-
money that is going to do farms.
Yes.
The machine is 4 million, but the total amount is 24 million.
But you said he sent an invoice of 24 million. You
Maybe it
misrepresented
was a
the
slip.
facts.
Maybe it was a slip. Let's move on.
Let me take the 4 million that he's saying.
Yeah.
They've given you an invoice. Then you go and change on the invoice. Change the word invoice and then put receipt there and present it to the bank that you've purchased the thing. Upon investigation, they got to know that you did not purchase the machine. They cannot find.
That's their side of the story.
Oh.
That's their side.
I will allow him.
Do you think Attorney General will just come and
Whose
speak
side? That is
without
Attorney General.
asking
My
who
time-
to be
my-
any
my
question?
time is up.
Prosecuting.
Are you getting it?
My time is
It's a
up.
court that can certify whether the Attorney General is saying is true or not. That's why we are telling him
That's
to
why
go to court.
that's why
and
he's
charge
saying
him
that this
and
is what
stop
Attorney
charging him.
General is
How
saying.
can Attorney General come and then present a one-sided issue?
Yes.
If he has not
But that's
talked to the
one-sided.
bank, if he has not talked to the bank, if he has not talked to Untumi, go and show us the machine and then
Untumi had never pleaded guilty because he has not even charged
He
him.
did not say he's guilty. He's saying that
He
the
pronounced
machine
him
that you
guilty
say you
yesterday.
bought, where is the machine? And we cannot find the
So in
machine.
Ghana now, if you go for a loan and you are saying that I'm using the loan for a farm and you
Listen,
need something,
take your
you
time.
can be
You see,
prosecuted.
you are too partisan to the point that you don't want to even understand the issue.
So
Thank you very
Ibrahim
much.
Mahama
Changing-
in Merchant
Oh,
Bank,
please.
Ibrahim Mahama in Merchant Bank was not prosecuted in this country.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
He was
Look
not
at you.
prosecuted.
I'm grateful.
Look at you.
Doc, as for today, as for this one, I have
He
to-
was not prosecuted when you took
Thank you very much. I'm grateful.
loan from Merchant.
This one says,
Always you need to bring Ibrahim
hello,
Mahama in.
hello, gentlemen. It says the mere mention of Dr. Baumia's name sends shivers down the spine of some people.
Oh, shit.
I tell you.
Oh, shit.
Dr. Baumia is a very formidable candidate for the 2028 elections, distinguished by his extensive experience, meticulous preparation, and considerable electoral appeal. His notable attributes, including humility, compassion, exceptional leadership acumen, integrity, intellectual rigor, and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence, positions him as a compelling figure to spearhead and unify the NPP going into the 2028 general election in Ghana. No amount of insults, lies, or shenanigans can change that. Mancha Bruce II in Takra, they brought this one.
That he was holding the power and then he threw it away. So you should know that Baumia was holding the power.
All right.
And he gave it out.
I was joined today by Awal Mohammed. He is a member of the MPP's Communication Directorate. Hope Senadoya is Director, Field Operations, United Party. Nelson Kofi Jabab is MP for Karachi East. And then Dr. Tutu Buahene is Lecturer, Political Marketing, University of Education. And some friends of mine are watching us. Kofi Yaro is in Agran Kwanta. Kofi, good morning to you. You've always been watching. You're a big man. Your size really goes with your stature. Big man Kofi Yaro. And to you, Tony Scooby Obeng in Ayesa Crew. Thanks for all the great artwork you do for all of us. Okay. AM Show is sponsored as always by Shield Silicon Paint from Azar Group, Syntex Pipes, and Time Ever Mishta. And come with the whole family on Friday, 26th of December 2025 to the Joy FM party in the park as we take over the Ebri Botanical Gardens from 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. for a full day of laughter, games, music, and unforgettable memories. Get ready for family cooking contests, sack races, dancing competitions, treasure hunts, mouth-watering local dishes at the Ghana Food Village, and many other exciting activities for kids and adults alike. And I'm aware that some people will be winning big. I interviewed some people here who will be sharing a lot of goodies on the day. We also enjoy authentic music performances by Kwabena KK, Dope Nation, and other top performers, as well as High Life and Jama Experience at Daddy's Corner with incredible Kwampa Band. Tickets are only 300 cedis for a family of 6. To pay, simply dial *725 *3404 hash *725 *3404 hash. Choose buy ticket. You select Joy FM Family Party in the park. You enter the quantity, that's the number of tickets you're buying, and then you confirm. Joy FM Family Party in the park in 2025. Let's make memories that last a lifetime. The Joy FM Family Party in the park is powered by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and sponsored by Frytol. You deserve a life of goodness. Jama detergent powder, your partner for clean clothes. Gino Cares, and Nomansa Beach Resort, Elmina, where Accra comes to breathe. And Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. We also have M-Ticket, Smart Travel seamlessly. Okay, so Smart Travel seamlessly. Doormaster, best indoors, core natural juice, 100% cocoa-free juice. It's Ghanaian, enjoy it. Okay, so that's what it is. And so thank you very much. I saw, okay, please allow me, let me just do this shortly before we bounce off. I see this proposal of campaign period to indirectly affect our TV and radio political programs. To me, I see it as a tool to silence the opposition from criticizing the government in its early years. We will not kowtow or kowtow in their poho. Hey, Master Planner Junior, Policy Analyst, Kentampo, says great show this morning. All right. Okay. Okay. My friend Anaya Akumi, you are in Abosso. You tell me you're watching with your entire family. My regards to Junior, to all the kids, and to wifey as well. And all of you in Abosso. Anaya Akumi, good morning to you. We'll take a break. I'll be back with more.